Hey everyone, my name's Chris Lambert, and today we're going to be talking about Pusha T's verse on the Tell Me the Vision song from Pop Smoke's album Faith. Just came out a few hours back. We talked about it already because of the Kanye verse or feature that's just 22 words and how short it is. And people have, of course, been talking about like, oh, we thought we were getting like a Kanye verse, and we got essentially like part of a demo that's just attached to this song. Which, that aside, one of the other things that people were talking about in the initial release of the song and going over the lyrics the first time, there was confusion about whether or not Pusha T was dissing Tyler the Creator out of nowhere, which we talked about in the previous video, but wanted to clarify some things in that department. So you can see, look, Tyler got the album of the year for now, but Pop about to drop, I see the platinum in the clouds, now Push about to drop, so real trappers stick around. So it's pretty innocuous. Like, I don't think there's a diss there. It's Pusha essentially saying, like, Tyler's album's great. It's the album of the year so far, but, like, this Pop Smoke album's awesome. I'm on it. Look at the all-star cast of features. Like, it's Pop Smoke. Like, this album's going to be better, which, like, you can't blame the guy for hyping up the project he's on, right? And just being proud of it, proud of Pop Smoke. Like, I think that's fair and part of, like, the friendly, competitive nature of people in an industry. And then saying, like, now Push about to drop, like, of course he's gonna hype his own album. That's just like the braggadocio of hip-hop. I don't think Tyler would hear any of that and be like, oh, what an insult. So, like, I'm upset. It'd be like, yeah, Pusha should believe that his album's going to be the best thing ever and better than mine, the same way Tyler thought his album was going to be better than everyone else's, I'm sure. So no insult there. But where like the people are like, what is this next line? The crown is only for the king. They trying to place it on a clown. Okay, so the reason why people are taking this as a Tyler insult is because he's saying Tyler got the album of the year for now. Like, Tyler is the king of music in 2021, right? So when he talks about the crown is only for the king, like they try to place it on a clown, he's already said that Tyler is the current one that's in the lead, which makes you think that when he says they're trying to place it on a clown, that it must be referring to Tyler and that he's like dissing Tyler there. So he's saying like, oh, Tyler's album's good for now, but dude's a clown and just wait until Pusha comes through, which, like, I get why people would take it that way, given that Tyler's the only person that's been referenced. I mean, he talks about Pop about to drop, but like, he's saying that Pop's going to be better than Tyler, that his own album's going to be better than Tyler. So Tyler's the only person where this line seems applicable to. And it's just like, why diss Tyler like that? It's like, why call him a clown? It just feels so unnecessary that it doesn't feel right? Like, why would he do that? And I can be harsh on Genius a lot because I think the annotations typically are not like thoughtful enough when it comes to like the actual nuance and depth of what a song is doing, or like too like much out of left field in terms of being like a reach or a stretch. But sometimes they just like hit the nail on the head. And I think this is one of the times where they just like hit the nail on the head. And Patrick Cash was the one that did the annotation. Push's reference to the crown is likely a nod to the King of New York. Yeah, a lot of rappers have referred to themselves as the King of New York, especially since Biggie in the 90s, right? That numerous rappers have claimed, including Pop Smoke. Pop Smoke gave himself the title on his 2020 single Christopher Walking, where he raps, "She know that Poppy outside, she know I'm the King of New York." Just simple as that. A lot of rappers will kind of say that thing. I'm pretty sure Jay has said it as well, right? The clown in question is likely rapper 6ix9ine, who also christened himself with the title on 2018's Fifi, exclaiming, "King of New York, looking for the queen." That makes so much more sense to me, right? Because, like, why would he call Tyler a clown? But calling Tekashi 6ix9ine a clown, yeah, that's, I get. 6ix9ine has been labeled a clown by many prominent rappers for both his rainbow hairstyle and social media antics. Even Pop Smoke called out 6ix9ine for his hairstyle and loud rapping on his track Gangsters, rapping, "I don't want none of that extra loud shit. This ain't none of that rainbow hair shit. Know what I'm saying? I be in New York with the gangsters. This the real street shit." So essentially, like, calling out the style and antics and everything about Tekashi. And 6ix9ine has responded harshly to the posthumous lyrics above, as he made light of Pop Smoke's tragic death with cryptic jokes. While both Brooklyn rappers reached stardom, Pusha T clearly believes that Pop Smoke should hold the title as Brooklyn's best. that makes way more sense to me. That like these three lines, he's just kind of talking about like the album of the year, and like Tyler was great, but Pop Smoke's album is going to be great, and that like Pop Smoke is the one that deserves the crown in terms of being the king of New York and not like Tekashi. And maybe just kind of taking a shot because Pusha remembered what Tekashi said. And you can see like, I mean, right, it's making more sense, right? When you remember Tekashi's hairstyle and looks and antics and just everything about him. And then here you can see August 2020, Tekashi dragged for dissing Pop Smoke and Nipsey Hussle in heated video. So apparently he had gotten off house arrest and he was walking through New York City doing this live video. And he said, like, why your favorite rapper dead with bullet holes in his face, which is just like, wow, like crass, like over the line in terms of how recent these deaths are. Just uncalled for. And then he says, tell these guys to stop dissing me from hell, which of course is a callback to this right here, from Gangsters, the Pop Smoke line, which is just like, yo. So I can feel Pusha T like feeling a certain way about it and just calling it out and remembering that Tekashi said that and taking the opportunity to kind of come to Pop Smoke's defense and saying like, yeah, Pop was the king. And like, no, you can't put that you can't put the crown on a clown like Tekashi. So I can see that as being the reading we should have for this line. The other way to take it is just that it is unintentional towards anyone, that it's just a generic line in terms of like, yeah, I'm a king, like stop trying to place it on these clowns, like I'm the only one and true one you should be like caring about, which he goes on to say like, I declare war, like push start, like he's like hyping himself up more throughout the verse. So I think that also leans to the generic reading, but I definitely don't think he's trying to say that Tyler is a clown and that people are trying to place it like the crown of best album on Tyler, and how stupid that is. Like it feels like he thinks Tyler's album was great, that Pop Smoke album is going to be great, and that his own album is going to be even greater than everything. So that's how I would take the line from now. So if you're trying to figure out who Tyler or who Pusha T dissed, not Tyler, possibly Tekashi, maybe no one, and it's just one of the empty like generic braggadocio lines. But you might see more people over the coming weeks try to argue that it is a Tyler the Creator diss, in which case you can just be like, no, it's probably Tekashi. So there you go. Hopefully this was helpful. Until next time, stay wavy.